Hey everyone, welcome to another Goody Reader comparison video. My name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Today we have something special for you guys. It is the old Kobo Homescreen that you probably have experienced at some point if you have a Kobo e-reader. Those home screens pretty well been like this for about the last 5 years.
Yeah, this one was on the old very famous Glow, the Kobo Touch. This is the one where if you touch something and it updates, and the size of the square just changes around, and when you sync it, the sync shows up here, and kind of just like these little panels move around.
Right, so if you open up like the web browser, a little web browser notification where to be here. So Kobo has just pushed a new update. It's not available on all e-readers yet, but this is their new home screen, and it's a little bit more intuitive. So let's take a look at what they're doing here. So you have now 4 books that are at the top, and you see a category here saying My Books, so it says 48 books, and you have recommended books based on your books. So you do not have read, browse, or activity here anymore, and you actually have a little menu system here.
And when you tap the same place, nothing happens. You actually have to go to the little 3 dots here, and this is what we all have been familiar with.
So you could adjust like the glow light and everything like that, but if you want to go to the settings menu, this is, so it's jumping through 2 different steps where everything's here. So if you actually go to My Books, you notice here it says My Books here, so it'll tell you where you are on the e-reader. So it has that on the top, left-hand corner.
They got rid of that here.
Yeah. So you actually have My Articles here, which are articles from Pocket.
So you got to go through a lot more steps on this one to like a secondary menu to get to all these.
Right. So activity will take you to, like the activity section here. So you can choose between reading stats and awards on one page, rather than have it here.
Exactly. Yeah, see, that's really useful, this little drop down. You can access at any time. I can't access that here.
And if you notice that the new menu system, it's more robust.
Yeah, totally. And it's very strange when Michael was saying about it being pushed to the e-readers. You can see this is connected to Wi-Fi just the same as this, and this didn't get it yet. And we have synced at 4:40 p.m. We just synced this. And we actually tried loading the firmware on with the Kobo Desktop App, and it still wouldn't find anything. So it's very strange they would choose this model over this one as a priority.
Yeah, that's true. So if you are waiting for the new home screen, Kobo kind of pushes things not all at once to all units, but it's like a staggered release.
Yeah, totally.
So just make sure you're connected via Wi-Fi, it's charging, and eventually it'll update.
And you can just try the sync button every once in a while down here. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi, and when you sync, it might say ready to download.
Right, so there's no way to remove Find Your Next Great Read, read articles from Pocket, or to recommended things. Those things are always there. But I think it's interesting because instead of having to go to browse, which doesn't really make sense to go to the Kobo store. It should have said store, because browse means what? Like a web browser?
Right.
But this way, it's like you can go to the store just from like there. And I think it's a little bit more intuitive. And what I guess I like about this new menu system is that jumping from thing to thing is instant, whereas with the old one, I find that it has more lag, and it takes more time for things to like open.
Right.
And so it'll take some getting used to like the new system. It was sort of when Amazon released their new home screen.
Going from library to an actual home screen.
Exactly. And then they changed it like again, and people were like, oh, I want to go back to the old one. So Amazon did like an older option where you can kind of get rid of the new menu. But I like it. It's finally, the Kobo e-readers are a little bit more stable, and one of the big reasons why they did this is the new home screen takes advantage of higher DPI and higher resolution screens, because this old menu system, don't forget, was made like 5 years ago when 300 PPI was certainly not the standard. It was really low resolution. So the new home screen takes advantage of higher resolution displays. So once we upgrade this, all of this will look a lot better.
This should look really good, and I'm actually kind of glad that it didn't update on its own, because we can show you guys an actual comparison of this, so it's actually pretty convenient that it never updated to show you guys.
Yeah, so if you're wondering what the new home screen looks like and all of the different, you know, functionalities and this and that, hopefully you've appreciated this video. And if you have any questions or concerns, would like to comment, drop you know, your comment and stuff below, and we'll seek to address all of them. If you have any ideas for future videos, let us know as well. For GoodEReader.com, my name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Happy reading, everyone.